Let me ask you a question. After a tight rally ends, how long do you need to prepare for the next one? 15 seconds? 25 seconds? Or even longer? Don't feel rushed to answer now. You can think about it after watching the video. Player delays have become a common sight in matches, such as deliberate serve delays and misuse of medical timeouts, as we've mentioned before. Over the years, the BWF has tried various methods to curb such behaviour, with minimal success. But this situation may finally be about to change. In August, the BWF came down hard, proposing the introduction of a time clock system to tackle delaying tactics. So, how will this reform change the landscape of badminton? First, let's understand how this time clock system works. During a match, every time a rally ends and the umpire updates the score, a 25-second time clock will start counting down. Players must be ready to serve and receive within this time limit. Neither side may exceed it. During the preparation period, players may carry out normal activities. Actions that previously required the umpire's permission, such as toweling off and getting a drink, will no longer need approval. Additionally, players will be allowed to freely use their own cold spray. This rule regarding cooling agents, which had been widely criticised, will now be relaxed. So, why 25 seconds? According to the official explanation, the BWF analysed hundreds of World Tour matches and found that the average preparation time between rallies under normal circumstances was around 22 seconds. Therefore, the BWF believes 25 seconds strikes the best balance between players' needs and match flow. In fact, this rule draws heavily from the time clock adopted by the USTA in 2018. In tennis, players also have 25 seconds to serve. A first offence leads to a warning, and further violations can result in penalty points or even loss of the game. It is expected that the current system of yellow card warnings and red card penalty points will be used to handle violations. So, how will the new rules affect players? It is well known that the lack of clear regulations regarding preparation time has allowed some players to maliciously delay matches. When at a disadvantage, certain individuals disrupt their opponent's rhythm by asking to wipe the court, tying shoelaces, or pacing around the court.
She has to be careful now, because if she gets another warning, then it's a point for...
The introduction of the time clock specifically targets these malicious delaying tactics, addressing the ambiguity in the previous rules. As a result, players accustomed to using delaying strategies will be the most directly affected by the new regulations.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Furthermore, the old rules strictly limited players' opportunities to catch their breath during intervals. Basic needs like wiping sweat or drinking water required the umpire's permission. In contrast, tennis has long treated such actions as normal preparatory activities, allowing players to proceed without application. Given that modern badminton has become more intense and injury-prone, the previous rules now seem outdated and lacking in humanity. Thus, relaxing restrictions on normal activities will give players more autonomy and reduce disputes related to these issues. As for this serve timer proposal, the players' reactions can be described as quite polarized. Openly supports the reform, believing it will effectively address delaying issues. However, he also pointed out a potential loophole. According to the new rules, the umpire has the discretion to decide whether to extend preparation time based on circumstances. In other words, the 25-second serve clock is not absolute. How then should the umpire accurately determine whether a delay is malicious? This is the crucial question Axelsen raised. Another Danish player, Anders Antonsen, has also expressed doubts about the new system. He explicitly opposes the time clock, arguing that rigid time limits not only create unnecessary pressure for players. From discussions among fans and players, it is evident that concerns about the time clock system relate not only to the rules themselves, but also to the role of the umpires. With the time clock, umpires no longer need to constantly to players and can focus more on the match itself, which is undoubtedly a positive step for both players and umpire. However, handling special situations during matches remains the most challenging aspect of this reform. Unexpected incidents occur frequently during matches. Besides the deliberate delays we just mentioned, there are also external factors, such as flashlight interference or court leaks. This is especially true after long, high-intensity rallies, when players need more time to recover. 25 seconds may not always be sufficient. In such situations, how should the umpire use their discretion to decide whether to extend the time? This depends entirely on the umpire's subjective judgment. Given the growing skepticism toward umpiring standards in recent years, convincing players and fans of the new system's fairness under these circumstances will be crucial to the success of this reform. Although opinions on the new rules are divided, the time clock reform is inevitable. According to official news, the rule will officially take effect in November this year and is expected to be implemented gradually as early as next year. From introducing the 3x15 scoring system and modifying service rules to now implementing the time clock, it is clear that the BWF continues to seek ways to speed up the match of play. From the perspective of promoting the sport, this direction is understandable, and the new approach is worth trying. However, a more pressing issue at this stage may be the introduction of review systems, such as VAR technology, to assist umpires, reduce controversial calls, and enhance the credibility of decisions. This might be the key to fundamentally improving match fairness and watchability. Thanks for watching this video. What are your thoughts on the time clock reform? Feel free to leave your comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.